Hear me clearly. America is not a racist country.
We need to address, well, first of all, no, I don't think America is a racist country.
I beg your pardon?
And this video has been brought to you by racism. Racism is accepted wherever true Americans are.
Perfect.
So before we get started, I just want to say this real quick. For a lot of the people, before you start writing comments, please just listen. Too many times on this platform over the 5 to 6 years that I've been doing this, anytime that I showcase a video where a black man is receiving this type of verbiage, these types of words directly to his face at his place of work, a lot of people in the black community will always state that, oh, black men are acting weak, black men will never fight back, black men won't do the things that are needed to be done in order to give an example or to showcase why it is that people shouldn't use those words. And to that, I will say this. How many of the people that want to receive that satisfaction from watching a person commit an action that you know damn well that you're not going to do, how many of you are going to pay his bills? How many of you are going to pay his medical? How many of you are going to pay his insurance? How many of you are going to make sure that his car is working? How many of you are going to make sure that his home, make sure the clothes, make sure his pantry or his food is in his refrigerator? How many of you are going to take care of his family that he's more than likely taking care of, or the kids that he may have had, or maybe the wife, right, that he has? How many of you are going to donate and make sure that he is fine and dandy up until he finds another job? Chances are very great that 99.9% of people that want the satisfaction of seeing him decide to do a negative action are not going to be there to put money directly on his books and not going to be able to put money in his bank account. Because all people want is the end result. They want that satisfaction. They want to see something online that they know chances are very great that if they came into contact with this exact same thing, they're not going to perform that exact same action, because they're like, oh, I got everything on the line. I got my kids. I got this. I got that. I can't afford to sit up there and act irrational in this situation. So let me decide to act sensibly so I don't lose everything that I worked for. But everybody is gung-ho and completely fine and dandy with somebody else committing those actions. It's crazy how that works. So all I'm sitting up there saying is, please back away from making that emotional statement, and let's just stay focused on how it is that the black man conducted himself so that he could actually keep his job. So let me start off by saying this. I want to commend the brother for keeping us cool, and I also want to commend the other people, both the black men and the black women in that arena, who are all working that exact same job, working the exact same hours, probably working paycheck to paycheck and everything like that. I want to thank them for making sure that he did not make a mistake that he was going to regret. I want to make sure to commend them for holding him back and just making sure everything was everything, because they knew more than likely what it is that he wanted to do, but they did not allow him to do that. They stood directly right there by him to let him know, like, hey, you ain't the only one that heard it. You ain't the only one that got called that. We are all a part of the exact same team. He said that to all of us. But standing there in solidarity, they let him know that, hey, he said it to all of us, not just you. Just understand the fact that we acknowledge it. We know it, but we got a job to do at the end of the day. We got a family. We got things that we got to protect. He can sit up there and say all of this to a million other people, but at the end of the day, those people, if they decide to react, are going to lose their job. They're going to lose everything that they worked for. And we do not have the luxury of being able to risk everything for just one moment of being able to feel good. The other thing as well, for a lot of other black people out there, please, I want y'all to understand this is not me sitting up there saying directly, stand down and all this. If you don't have nothing to lose in life, by all means, go out there with your nothing to lose and do what it is that you want to do. For everybody else, you just have to remember, let this image, let this video be a reminder of what it is that black people do, how it is that we move, how it is that we understand certain things. Again, what he said was bad. What he said was horrible. But again, at the end of the day, you have things that are more important. You have things that you worked directly for. This guy was up there at a hotel. He was mad because the quote unquote, and I had to word it that way, the worker, right, the streetwalker that he wanted to meet up with, she checked out early, which means that she more than likely just left out with the money, and the job was not either fully completed, or it was in part, however it is you want to word it. So he got mad, he got irate because he more than likely lost quite a bit of money. I'm talking about he probably lost some thousands. The way how mad he is, he probably lost a couple grand with whoever it is that he was dealing with or trying to specifically deal with. And again, I want to note that this happened in Atlanta, so this is why I'm going to specifically say this. The reason I'm going to say it, for the black women out there that want to do this type of work, again, to each of their own. I can, have some type of disagreements, but again, y'all got to pay y'all bills. Y'all got to do the things that y'all need to do in order to put food directly on the table. Cool. Be very careful when it is that you want to run off with the bag, you want to leave off with somebody's money, because all men are not the same. The moment in time that you decide to make this verbal or whatever agreement, and certain things are going to transpire, happen, not happen, whatever it is, and you decide to just up and leave, just always know that you got men out here that are watching. You got those same men that you ran off with their money, they will try to find you. They will hunt you down. They won't just sit up there and let this go. You may think that you got something, you got one over on somebody, but always note that a lot of these dudes do not play with their money. So for a lot of those black women out there, stop doing this. Stop doing this. Don't be stupid. Don't think that you ran off and then you're going to post something on IG or Twitter trying to be incognito, and then that gets leaked back to the guy and he finds out who you are. Don't do it to yourself. Because there's been too many instances, too many times of women trying to be slick, and they were never found ever again. They were never heard of ever again. And the other thing I also want to say to a lot of the black women that are doing these things, and they're with a multitude of different guys. I'm not sure exactly how it is that you guys decide to do these things with people or persons that who are not for you. Right. You're putting yourself directly out there as a black woman, but at the end of the day, a lot of these dudes that you are with, have problems with the skin complexion. They have problems with your community, with your people. They're just with you because you're offering this one thing. Right. So again, there's a lot of psychological things going on there that need to be assessed, that need to be analyzed, because again, this ain't it. And I also want to note, because I've been all over the internet, there are a lot of websites that are specifically dedicated where you have black women that are out there and they decide to give whatever to guys who they know have a certain, issue with skin color. But because everybody's meeting where it's green, everything is everything. So again, black women, stop putting yourself in these type of arenas and areas where a multitude of things can specifically or potentially directly happen. So the end result is this: a true American is going to be a true American. This is America. This is the same America that a lot of people said that things like this don't happen, and these are just setups. It's just AI. It's this. It's that. Like I said, online you'll start to see a lot of those things whenever you happen to ring up videos, because now people are just like, oh yeah, you can't believe anything out there. Everything is just AI generated. So like I said before, anything to excuse what historically has been happening in the United States since its inception by colonizers. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about this video and everything that I stated in the comment description below. And as always, peace, love, and stay tuned for the next video.